We're going to talk about bullets again. New products come out, and one thing another. And I've let this product has been out for a while. Basically, the bullet is the Federal TLR Edge. This is an absolutely outstanding bullet in design construction, the material that it's made of. It's got a very slipstream profile, flies really well. It's got a reasonably high ballistics coefficient, whatever weight and whatever caliber that it might happen to be. And this Federal TLR Edge is basically a homogeneous type of a bullet that is, through impact extrusion, there's a fairly large cavity formed in the front end to accept a lead core. This has always been a wonderful idea. Now that lead core is bonded to the jacket. This is not I don't believe this is a chemical bond. I think this is a different type of a bond, and one thing another. And it has what we've seen of quite a few years now, these plastic tips, and this tends to initiate expansion. Well, this bullet was really first written up in a big way several years ago, and the American Rifleman, one of the writers, wrote it up. I don't remember exactly who it was now, but anyway, shooting a 300 Winchester Magnum and using 200 grain Federal TLR Edge bullets, and went to Africa, and they purposely shot animals from, reasonably shorter distances out to medium type distances, clear out to within just a few yards or so of 1,000 yards. And you can go back and probably find that information. It's a tremendously good article, written up well and done very well and tested very, very well. And this was done in Africa on like a handful of different type of animals. And most of the bullets were recovered. And it shows the recovered bullets, how they expanded, how they worked, and everything else. It shows the section bullet, how that it is. These are all boat tail bullets with a fairly long point, fairly, long profile with this plastic tip. And they claim to have a little hollow cavity in this plastic tip that helps this bullet, fly better, and one thing another. A 30 caliber, 200 grain bullet. This is the bullet that they used in Africa in the factory ammunition. The rifle shot extremely well with that ammunition, just happened to be by chance. And to shoot that far and to accomplish everything that was accomplished with that bullet says a tremendous amount. And I'm going to go out here on a limb and say that I think that it may be the very best game bullet that we've ever seen. It obviously works from normal hunting ranges clear out to that distance. I'm not encouraging that far shooting, but the fact is they went so far as to be able to test this bullet because they wanted something that was up to the task. And the reason that they did that was because we have various manufacturers out here of bullets that they claim are game bullets. Well, they've got the BC, they've got the shape and so forth, but they do not have the construction for game. They're lousy in that aspect. They're very thin jacketed target type bullets, and this is a step ahead. And I have some of those loaded in one of my 300s, and hopefully this year I'll be able to use one of those bullets to take an elk and see how this does. And I know already by very reliable information that what it does I understand from a design standpoint especially, and from using many, many bullets, that this is probably going to come to be one of the very best bullets for hunting at almost any distance within reason. And I might mention something that I don't think hardly anybody knows. It hasn't come up. Many, many years ago, and I'm talking about something over 50 years ago, maybe 60 years ago, P.O. Ackley designed a bullet with just simply a solid base to it, a small cavity in the front to accept a lead core. I don't recall who he had make these bullets, but he had them made in various calibers. And my close friend Les Bowman was very close to P.O. Ackley. And Les Bowman gave me a box with about 7 or 8 25 caliber bullets. They're 100 grain bullets. And it's the basic bullet that this TLR Edge is. So if you want to really know the truth, folks, this is a takeoff of a design of P.O. Ackley's from somewhere around close to 60 years ago. It doesn't have a boat tail, it's got a flat base. We didn't have bonded bullets then, it's just simply a lead core inserted into one of those bullets. Now one of Les's favorite cartridges was the 270 Winchester, and he killed numerous grizzlies with 130 grain Ackley bullets out of a 270 Winchester. He had a rifle for many, many years, eventually shot the barrel out on. It was a 230 Ackley. Shot a 230 diameter bullet. And those bullets, from the best of my knowledge, were only like 70 or 75 grain bullets. And Les killed a lot of game for the freezer with that 230 Ackley. It had a piece of ivory inletted into the grip cap, and in that grip cap, or on that grip cap, was carved in there, scrimshawed into that ivory, Ole Meat in the pot. My wife has the action from that rifle and the complete rifle that I built for her in one of our visits to Les. He went in his gun room and gave Cathy Ole Meat in the pot. Now, Ole Meat in the pot had been rebarreled, and it was beat to smithereens. It had been every place. So it was an FN Mauser action. And anyway, I took this FN Mauser action and I built Cathy this rifle 30 some years ago. And the rifle originally was a 30-06, and it's engraved in the floor plate, LB Bar Ranch, South Fork, Cody, Wyoming. LB stands for Les Bowman. This is a 6mm 284, a fairly light caliber, but very potent caliber. You know, this is what I did for with the rifle.
And I love it.
He wanted Cathy to have this so that I could build her a rifle. And I thought to myself at the time, well, he's never given me a rifle.
I'm special.
So, anyway, this is a fiddleback maple stock, thumbhole stock that I made to fit her especially, and it has a 6-power scope. This is an amazingly accurate rifle, and you know, wonderful for deer, antelope-sized game, coyotes, and one thing and another. Occasional elk with the bullet placed right. But anyway, this is what became of Ole Meat in the pot. that probably killed literally way up in the hundreds of head of animals in just .230 caliber with those Ackley bullets. So this is the other side of the picture of this TLR Edge bullets, because I think that somebody somewhere along the line, you know, it's more than coincidence that this is just a small lead core in the front of the bullet, and that's where it really started, folks.